Good evening, Dr. Jones and fellow classmates. My name is Jacqueline Benedict. The individual is strong. The individual is fast. The individual is witty. The individual's performance is top of the class. This person's name, you may ask. No, the name is not John, or no, it's not Nick, nor Terrence, and definitely not Luke. How tall is this person? 5'10", 6 foot, 6'5"? This person must weigh at least 180 pounds, maybe even pushing 200. No, this individual's name is Rachel. The individual is a female, and she stands at 5'7", 140 pounds. I am here today to discuss our nation's women fighting for our freedom, to introduce the claims that support the cause and claims that are against. I am a Naval ROTC student. I will commission as a naval officer in December 2017. I sometimes see individuals, especially on social media, put down women who serve our country. I would like to shine light on positive and also on negative aspects of women serving our country. My perspective personally is that women should be allowed to perform in any region of the military if they can maintain the same standards that are expected from men. No less, only more. The topics I will be addressing regard physical fitness standards, behavior during these integrations, and even a few reasons as to why men and women should just not work together to begin with. Let's start with physical fitness. When people think about the military, they think of individuals who are able to perform physically. Each branch of the military has physical fitness tests and certain scores that must be attained by each individual. According to the Navy.com website that lists the standards and scores that men and women must get, there are obvious differences. For example, in order to get the highest score on push-ups for women, the number is 48 in 2 minutes for a 21-year-old. For men, the age of 21, in a course of 2 minutes, must get 87. The differences continue into the run times as well. The argument for those that are opposed to women's service, or even women being integrated into combat units, is supported by the different PRT standards. Although the military has different branches, the differences are noted within each, so to stay organized, I'll be focusing on the Navy side and their standards only. The push-up number is nearly 2 times more complicated than that of the women, and the 1.5 miles is almost more than a minute for women. Some people ask, how can women want all this equality and still perform at lower standards than men? According to the Global Issues blog, women are weaker. Women lack the same physical strength that men have, and when up against men that are double their size, it's very likely that a female will have trouble either keeping up or carrying the same weight that this male can carry. Looking at other viewpoints, why is there focus merely on what women cannot do and rather what they can do? Yes, the standards are different physically, but just because a standard on a piece of paper tells you what you should get, it doesn't mean that women is going to be satisfied with that. Women all over, women in my unit specifically, can blow away their standards for fitness. Yet, instead of focusing on their capabilities, critics choose to define her by what standard her gender was given. Maxing out a PRT for a woman who is 21 is set at a time of 9:47. The max out time for men at the same age is 8 minutes and 30 seconds. I myself have witnessed women in this unit run below a 9:30, and I have even seen men struggle to hit 10 minutes. Claims of bringing women into male-dominant societies have also brought up many points regarding the behavior of men working together. One of the biggest arguments that I've seen is that allowing women into these spaces will cause disruption within the unit. With a ratio that has women heavily outnumbered, eyes tend to focus on her and her only, whether it be men watching her until she messes up or even because they're attracted to her. The focus is on how well or how badly she does her job. A website called Sister in Arms makes claims that a woman who joins a combat unit will more than likely disrupt the training environment, that because many men uphold their specific gender roles, they may be more likely or willing to protect her and disregard the mission at hand. An opponent of these cons listed, why is it that because men who do not know how to withhold cohesion in a unit, we must then instead punish the woman and tell her that she cannot serve? The idea that men cannot contain themselves, whether it be sexually, mentally, physically, it doesn't matter, it should not have an impact on what job the woman can do. The training, of course, would have to focus on integration of females as well, but maybe if the problem is men not being able to control themselves around a woman, then maybe they should go through additional training as well. With women in the service, will the job standards be lowered, or should standards be more inclined to fit all individuals total? Our nation's defense should never be lowered. With women being integrated into all jobs of the military, the one thing that cannot and must not change are the standards of the job. Our nation relies on having a heavy defense that is prepared for anything and is willing to take anything. Having soldiers and sailors who can run, swim, outthink, and lead individuals is what this country needs to stay on top.